Hi guys, I've got another video for you. This time it's just dashcam footage of what actually happened this day. So there was no cameras set up or nothing like that. It started off the day before. We loaded out of Hull and we were going to Carmarthen in Wales. It was about a 7-hour run and we didn't quite get there yesterday. So we've just parked up for the night on this little industrial estate. Up first thing in the morning and we'll get away. The farm we are going to is very notorious among certain drivers that's been. There is only one way in and it's not the best of routes, that one. Any other way and you are in trouble. One of our drivers went last year and ended up having the truck off the road for 5 days. He smashed it to bits trying to get it out. So I've just bought a new sat nav, a TomTom trucker, 6250. It is for the professional HGV driver, and this is the route it wants to take us. I've only ever been to this farm once. I used Google Maps and got in and out, no bother. It is a very dark morning. You can't really see much. We're just making our way down to the A40. Then we'll just zoom along that, and this is where it all starts. Right, the next bit of video clip seems to be missing. I don't know where it went to off the dashcam footage, but it's gone. We're just looking for a little side road to turn off, and the sat nav's telling me about 2 mile turn left, and that's exactly what I did. Followed the sat nav. I didn't see the junction I took the first time, and I've took this one by mistake. And this is where the other bit misses out. So you've missed the bit where I've turned off and I went through little villages, narrow bridges, all kinds. But the farm itself is just at the top of that hill. It is a crossroads and it is very, very tight, the roads I've been coming along. This is the part where one of our drivers come exactly the same route. He tried to turn left here to get up this hill, and it's impossible. It's so narrow, you cannot get up this hill. I've took that as wide as possible, and the trailer wheels aren't even clearing the edge. It's just impossible to get up there. But one of our drivers thought he would try and try and try, and ended up smashing the truck to bits. They had to get a wrecker in. The truck was off the road for about 5 days getting repairs done to it, the lot. So at this moment, to be honest, I am totally panicking because there's just nowhere to go from the looks of it. So all I know is the farm is at the top of that hill on the right. I've looked on the map, and if I go up this crossroads straight in front, there is another entrance into the farm. So I'm hoping if I go up here, it might get us out the trouble I'm in. I mean, look at the width of these roads here. That's just the width of a car. And you're trying to bring Arctics up roads like this. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It is very, very dark. You cannot really see much. That is on main beam, believe it or not. As you're coming up, it's coming to autumn. The leaves are coming off the trees, the roads are wet, it's like muddy at the side, and it doesn't look much of a curve, but there is little bits of curves here, and they're taking it nice and slow, don't want to cause any damage, and we're having to use the full width of the road because the trailer is actually catching as we're going around these little corners on the sides of the bushes. It's that narrow. And it is going up a hill. It doesn't look much, but it is going up a hill. And as it comes round this bend, I need to pull out as far as I can to get the trailer round. And as you can see, there's leaves and bits of mud on the floor there. And I've got to go over that bit to get enough room to get the trailer round. And the wheels just lose traction, and that's it. Stuck. tried to drop her back a little bit to try and get some grip, got the diff lock in, everything, and have another go at it. And as soon as I release the foot brake, it just slides back. It's going nowhere apart from back down the hill. So at this moment I'm totally stuck. So the only option I've got is to get out, park it up, and go to the farm and see if I can get someone to try and pull us up this hill. That's probably the best option I've got at the minute. Otherwise I'm in deep shit if I've got to get a wrecker out. Right, I went up to the farm. I've seen one of the lads and he's come down in this big machine and straight away tow a rope on and it pulls it straight up the hill. Not a problem. A little bit of throttle to get it up. And the bad news he's give us is there was a driver had exactly the same problem last week. He was stuck here and he says there's no way you can get into this farm on this road we're on. There is an entrance up the top here, but he said there's no way an Arctic can fit through it. He says the last driver off last week went straight up this road and there is a little bit of a turning where you should be able to back it round and come back down. So I'm just hoping he is right. Just taking it nice and steady. As you can tell by this JCB, he's scraping either side, so you can imagine what the truck's like when it's 60 foot long nearly. Even the smallest of bends, the trailer's scraping around the sides. You shouldn't be sending Arctics to places like this, but they do. Days like this, you just wish you were working on a fridge and going to a big RDC, pull off a motorway into a nice big yard. But tipper work isn't like that, and especially the work we do. Come across this stuff quite regular. Not quite as bad as this, like what I've got myself into, thanks to the TomTom Trucker 6250. The route it did want to take us, or the bit that was missing, was actually unsuitable for heavy goods, which was even worse than this. And I think it's the worst sat-nav I've ever had, and I would never buy another TomTom again. It seems like an eternity coming up here, but it's literally just a few hundred meters. That's just some houses on the left where people live, and that's basically the bottom of the farm entrance up here. You do feel a lot better when it's light and you can see what's going on. In the dark you just can't see nothing. Can't see where the trailer is or nothing. Is it coming round the corner? You just can't see. You have to stop and put your head out the window on these little tight bends, just shining a torch to see if the trailer wheels is coming round or whether they're coming over the top of the hedge. That's how dark it is on these country lanes. Right, we're at the top of the hill now. It's levelling off. And this is the entrance here into the farm. And once you go through this bit here, it just basically goes off-road and everything. So the lad here who works on the farm has told us there's no way you can get up that way. You are going to have to go up the road. He's telling us go straight up there, and there's a little bit you can turn around, or he says a driver did last week. And at this moment in time I don't have much faith because these roads are just getting narrower and narrower. So at the minute he has got me out of a great deal of trouble, and he's just telling us there's no way you can get up there. Absolutely none. You've got to go up the road and turn around. All I want him to say at this moment is, yeah, I'm joking, just pull up in here. Nice big wide yard, but nope. I've got to go roughly about 1.5 miles up this road to this little junction. Apparently you can turn around. So let's set off. And we'll have a little ride up here. I'm not really driving that fast down these country lanes. I am only going quite slow in case there's any oncoming traffic. As you can tell by the speed in the top corner, average about 20 kilometers, so maybe it's 15 miles an hour. That's all I'm doing. I thought that was it there, but there's no way you can turn around in that. And then I'm just starting to wonder, is he right? Because this is just getting more and more trees and worse. And then when I come round this corner, I notice on the left hand side there is a little road down there, and the only chance is to try and back this trailer down that little bit of a road there. Other than that, I don't have much choice. The only problem we've got, when we start to go back and we're wanting the trailer to go to the left, the unit will start going to the right. And it isn't very far it can move over to the right. So I'm just pulling it forward, get myself in a really good position. You cannot tell off this view, but the trailer is going round that corner on a perfect angle. And just where the cab needs to swing out the most, I've managed to get it a bit further down where it's a little bit wider. Makes it a bit easier. Slow and steady, that's the way. And just as I think I'm be able to get round, a car comes the other way, which was more or less perfect timing. Because if it had been another 30 seconds later, we would have met on this road, and no doubt he's reversing back and not me. So now we're heading back up that same road to the crossroads, and I'm just hoping I can get the wagon turned at the crossroads, because if I can't get it turned this direction up the hill, I've got about a 6-mile trek back through all the little villages, the narrow roads, the little bridges, everything to get back to that A40. This is the joys of being a lorry driver. Well, it is when you do this type of work. Right, there's that farm entrance again. So nearly back at them crossroads. So this will be the moment of truth. I couldn't get it up the hill from the other direction, so can I from this direction? There's that bit where I was stuck. Just that little bit there caused all that problem. Just nice and steady down here. It doesn't look much, but the trailer is actually rubbing the sides. Them trees hanging right down or banging on the cab roof. It's just a horrible feeling. When you come at it from this angle, it is a little bit better, as you can see. If you look on the road, you will be able to see where the trailer was trying to go around that corner, and it ain't going round there from the other direction. There's been a few attempts there, not just off me but off a few trucks that's come this way. Like I say, what I've always did, try and get up that way, and 5 years off the road that ended up. So as we come up this hill, the farm is just at the top of this hill. The next question is, can I turn right and get up this hill? Because it isn't designed to come in from this direction, it's only from the other direction, and it is tight from the other way. The amount of land they've got, and they've made a little road like this, absolutely crazy. Just about to attempt it, and then I see a van coming down, so there's only enough room for one of us, so I'll just have to back it back a little bit and we'll let him come down before I have an attempt at it. There is a big lip on the floor, as you can see. That's a good 8 or 10 inches. And now to get up this bit, and like I say, you just squeeze through, but the truck can't get over that concrete lip. It's stuck, so I'll have to reverse it back. And this is where that van driver, he's actually just stopped and he's come to tell us that you'll not get up that way because of that concrete bit. And his suggestion is to drive all the way back down that road, and there's an old pub where you can turn around and come back up the correct way. Right, once he gets in his van and moves out the road, we'll just go down that way where he's going. It's roughly about 2 miles down here where this pub is. I know which bit he means, and it is a lot bigger than the one we've just used to turn around that little corner. This is the correct route to get in and out to the farm. The road is just slightly bigger, which makes it a lot easier. And we spot the van, and he sees us and he starts reversing back, which is great. It is far easier for him to back up than me, and that's the pub there on the left. So this is the bit we're coming to. Thank you very much, van driver, making the job easier. This pub here It's all derelict like. Can't imagine many people that's been using this, as nobody seems to be around this area. So that's where we're going to back it up down that road there. Just stop and have a quick look. Nobody's come up behind us. Nobody. Pull forward. We'll get into a good position. And then we'll start backing it up. Right, that's far enough back. We'll get back out there. And now we'll just start heading back up the road, back to the way we should have come originally. Right, here's that farm entrance. I can promise you, after all of that, you will get to see the farm. It is a dairy farm. It's just full of cows. It is a very big farm. That's the farmhouse on the right there. This big shed on the right hand side, that's all full of cows in there. And these sheds up here on the left, they're full of cows as well. That's the machine that gave us a tour before. And we're just going around this corner. Even this is tight. As you can see, there's not much room, especially when you leave all that cow dung there. And right at the bottom of the hill, that shed you can see, that's where we're going to be dumping our load. So we need to back it into there. So I've just spun it round and reverse it back in the shed and tip off. Right, that's it. I've tipped it all off, locked the back doors. Now time to head back out. It's just going a bit slow there because I'm losing a little bit of traction. That is very slippy, that ramp. It's off all the wet cow dung slipping down. This is the correct way back. just passing through this little village here. Then we shouldn't be far off the A40. That's the A40 just up ahead, and I must admit I am very pleased to see that today. It's just been one of those days. So now I'm back to safety. The blood pressure will start coming down a bit now, like. So there is a little lay-by up here. I'm going to pull into here and sort out the paperwork, and the next job I'm off to a coal mine for a load of coal. So I'll just pull into this lay-by, then sort out all that paperwork, get the tickets ready for when we go up for a load of coal. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and subscribe, and there will be more to follow. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it more than what I have. And here we go, that's it. Thanks guys.